Hello, my name is Alda Marques. I am a physiotherapist and a professor at the School of Health Sciences at the University of Aveiro in Portugal. It has been my privilege. It is an international group composed of 21 people around the world, mostly European, and integrates people with chronic respiratory diseases, their informal carers, clinicians and researchers with different backgrounds who have joined forces to develop a European Respiratory Society statement on unpaid family caregiving for adults with chronic respiratory disease. I am very, very biased to respond to this question, to be honest, as I am a strong believer that supporting informal carers is actually supporting the people with chronic respiratory diseases, but also health professionals, the entire society, to be honest. Just to give you an idea, so chronic respiratory diseases are highly symptomatic, not just symptoms related with breathlessness, but also fatigue, anxiety, among many others, and are often progressive with a decline from mild to moderate stages of the disease. They are very dynamic, unpredictable, so symptoms can change during the day, and the phases of the disease shift very suddenly from stable to acute to serious phases unexpectedly. So dependence on others, on informal caregivers normally, starts very early in the disease stage, increases as the disease advances. So living with a chronic respiratory disease imposes tremendous daily challenges for the individuals who have the disease, but also to their social network, namely for the informal carers, throughout the whole disease trajectory. So for you to have an idea how serious the problem is, more than 70% of people with chronic respiratory disease rely on informal carers for their daily life. So informal carers who are relatives, partners, friends in unpaid roles are the main source of support of these people. And they provide physical, practical, psychological, emotional, social, informational support. It's amazing what they do. They are the real heroes. So their roles would cost hundreds of billions of euros if paid for, more than doubling the cost of formal care, the care that is provided by healthcare professionals. So despite their invaluable support, carers are very, very invisible from the literature and health professionals' practice, and they often feel they are a low priority, they feel abandoned, unsupported, and this is very well described in the literature. And this impacts their ability to take care of themselves and provide care for the people they love. So actually provision of meaningful care to effectively tackle the burden with chronic respiratory diseases has to consider informal carers and all of those that are affected by chronic respiratory diseases. I would say that understanding, assessing and supporting informal carers is a key piece of the puzzle which can contribute massively to change the course and the impact of chronic respiratory disease, but benefit the whole society. We will definitely explore the different profiles of informal carers. It is actually one of the questions proposed to be addressed in the statement. And I do believe that differences across countries, cultures, geographical regions, and health systems will be found, definitely. But we are also very much focused on increasing the visibility of informal carers. on raising awareness for their fundamental role in the management of chronic respiratory diseases. Two examples. So one is also bias because it's my own example, where we have conducted the first ever randomized controlled trial that included informal carers in the psychoeducation sessions during community-based pulmonary rehabilitation. And we have found that in addition to maintaining the widely recognized benefits of pulmonary rehabilitation for individuals with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which are basically improving their symptoms, functional exercise capacity, quality of life, we are also able to support family-based pulmonary rehabilitation outcomes. So we enhance the family coping and the psychological adjustments of the whole family. Our French colleagues from the former action Santé and University of Lille, they have also involved informal carers of people with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease in the education and psychosocial support component of home-based pulmonary rehabilitation. And they also demonstrated improvements in their symptoms of anxiety and fatigue after the intervention. I would say that society is aging. We have an expected sustained increase of the prevalence of chronic respiratory diseases, especially in old people. And this will impose a huge burden on individuals, families, and friends, healthcare professionals, systems, social systems. And at the same time, we have a shortage of healthcare and social staff, which will increase the load on families or significant others. But also, families are shrinking. So please keep in mind that most of the informal care is currently provided by females, which are now also old. They have their own health conditions or are working to support their own families. So they are unavailable. And the size of the families and social network have been decreasing over time, and their geographical distance among the significant others has been increasing. To be honest, I don't think France is facing a different panorama considering modern society. So honestly, informal carers are a fantastic and a very, very important forgotten piece of member that needs to be taken into consideration and supported, absolutely. I would say that it is absolutely vital to shift the clinical and societal attitudes towards caregiving in modern societies. So supporting informal carers is supporting the people with chronic respiratory diseases, healthcare, social, professionals, the entire society. So please identify existing informal carers. I assess their unmet needs and provide meaningful strategies to support them.